everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tess and today is the 1st of November. I have no idea how, but it is what it is. If you are a returning viewer, you might notice that my background has changed somewhat. I've just swung my computer around attempting to get better lighting. I'm not sure if it'll help, but it can't get any worse. Before I hop into my October update, I do want to give a massive apology to anyone who might have left me a comment the last couple of videos. It turns out my phone stopped notifying me, so I think I've gone back and rectified that, like responded to everyone, or at least put like a little heart. And I'm going to make a point of checking in the future because I really do appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. That being said, let's get into it because I do think this might be a bit of a longer video, which you will see from the timestamp. Okay, let's go. In the month of October, I ended with 96,206 stitches. I should be at 167,750. As I say every month, I'm not making the 200,000. I'm still going to count towards that, but I'm actually more aiming to hopefully at least get 100, because I'm 4,000 away. So hopefully in 2 months I should, surely. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm super far behind and I really don't mind because I couldn't have predicted this year. So it is what it is. In the month of October, I stitched 13,498 stitches, which is insane. I took quite a few days where it was just all about the stitching. I've been overwhelmed, as everyone has, and I've ignored the adult responsibilities and stitched, and it obviously shows in my numbers. Let's get into the regular WIPs. First up is Haystack Sunset by Jeff Pritchard, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I will put a photo in here of what I'm aiming towards and a photo of where it was last month. And this is where it is now. I'm so in love. I think I actually hit 50% in the month of October. I'm sure it had to have been October that I did it. I should have checked that. Anyway, I am so in love. I have been using this as a 100-day challenge, stitching at least half an hour every day. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Sorry. I don't often take the time to just look at it. So I'm up to day 75, where I work on it at least half an hour every day, and I'm hoping to finish the current colour by the end of the 100, which I should. If I average sort of 100 to 200 a day, I think I should be done mid-November. So yeah, I've just got this way. The rest of it over here. I can't wait. I don't know if it's my state of mind at the moment, but I have been struggling with this colour. It's been a bit of a chore to pull out this WIP, which is, I'm glad I've got a 100-day challenge because it probably would have been single stitch days again. Yeah, it's not the colour. I love the colour. It's pretty brown. I don't know if you can get a pretty brown, but I think it's okay. It just, and that's why I put a lot into it yesterday. I had over 1,000 stitches just because I needed to see some progress, but daily photos are a godsend when I can't see it. Like it, you can obviously see it when you flip through. But anyway, the next colour I think fills in a lot of this white. So I'm looking forward to that. and in the month of October it got 9,772. So I wish I had been paying a little bit more attention. I would have pushed for a 10K month, but it's still great progress and I'm not upset. Okay, moving on. And I'm in a bit of a weird mood. I apologise. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know. Let's move on. Next up is Positivity Rules by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I will pop a photo in here of what it looked like last time. Guys, I'm finished. I loved it so much. I'm kind of sad it's over. I did put it off till quite late in the month. I didn't want it to end, so I'll try and can't get closer because of the desk. So I think you can see the blends that I've used there. Pretty much wherever in the chart it was supposed to be two colours, I've blended them instead of picking one. I've mentioned it a couple of times, pretty much every time it comes out. So it's done. I need to give it a wash and figure out how I'm going to finish it. But that took 1,870 stitches to finish, and it's just so pretty. I love it so much. Love it. Yeah, bittersweet that that's over, but it gives me time for all of my other whips because there's more. Okay, next up, I haven't actually stitched on this. Peppermint Purple Sale. I've mentioned it, you know, every month whether I've done it or not. Okay, start again. I mentioned it last month that Claire has released the dimensions, that they're the same. So I will be essentially replicating what I've done. In case you don't know, I am doing it 4 times over with the border, normal colorway, and then inverse colorway, and I'm going to make it into a Biscornu cushion. When I went to buy the fabric for next year, originally I had issues finding the white. Since then, I was able to find it, I think. I can't imagine that there would be yet another colour called bright white. I don't know, like, it's a really subtle difference on camera, but you can see that it's different, and I don't know why. Unless there is or was a bright white option, the only other thing I can think of is that somehow I've stained or discoloured this year's, because I did have to wash them after an incident with my friend's dog. But I also washed the bottom ones in case it was our laundry detergent, and it hasn't coloured. I don't know what to do. I've done a lot. I really don't want to restart, but I don't know if I could display them together. And like, as I said, the colour difference here is really subtle, but I can tell. So I'm still going to have to think about it. I do have 4 pieces of ecru because I was trying to find the 2 pieces for 2021. I'm leaning towards starting again on that. I don't want to. Again, I've done a lot, but I might also finish these and gift it and then do it again for myself. That way I'm not just getting rid of this. So I haven't actually worked on it this month because I don't know if I'm keeping it. So yeah, at the moment, I'm leaning towards finishing it and gifting it to I don't know who, and then starting again, which I really don't want to, but I've done a lot of restarts recently, so I know it's really subtle, guys. Like I've I've tried to convince myself that it's fine for a long time, but I just don't think I can. I'm gonna have one last ditched attempt to go to my LNS and hope that maybe I can see a fabric that's the same, but I have a really bad feeling that it's discoloured in the wash somehow. I don't remember if I washed it on its own or if I threw it in with some other things. It's probably going to be a restart, and you'll quite potentially see that next month. But we'll see. Moving on from that hot mess, I pulled out Quotes to Live By again. This was my second 24 hours of cross stitch challenge. A couple of months ago, I actually used peppermint as my first one. There's no way I'm going to find 8 hours a day, 3 days in a row to participate in the official 24 hours of cross stitch challenge, I believe hosted by Jen Lee. So I've sort of done a bit of my own where I count the hours and I work on a WIP for 24 hours, but it could be over several months, which this has sort of ended up being. So in October, I actually put in 5 hours on Quotes to Live By, so I'm now at 8. There were 1,572 stitches put in. This is by Stitch Rovia, Emma Condon. I have tried in the past to find a product image. The only ones I can find are those that others have stitched, so unfortunately I can't show you what it will look like in the end, and it's no longer available on her Etsy site. I am doing a full color conversion, and I will put in a photo here of what it looked like last time you saw it. And this is what it looks like now. So I'm still not totally convinced by the lighter colour. You can see it if you look close, and you can see it a lot more with the second border colour being put in. I'm not quite ready to pull it out. I don't know. You can see it better in real life than you can on camera, so I think it'll be okay. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed that I got so many hours in. I've finished the outer border and I've just started on the third inner border. I am hoping to have at least the 24 hours done by the end of the year. Hopefully. We'll see. We've got 2 months, guys. And you know, November is dance comp season. Oh, not dance concert season. So, life. Moving on. I do have 3 new starts because I don't have enough WIPs. Some of these are haul, but I'm going to show you as part of my cross stitching. So it is what it is. It's not too exciting though, it's just a bit of fabric. First up, I started Reader's Paradise Supersize Max Color. I believe the artwork's by Amy Stewart. I'll put in a photo here of what it will look like. I am doing this with Armour from Armour's Little Wonders, and for the first time I'm attempting tent stitch. I don't know if I love it, but I figure there's no way I'm going to finish as many supersized charts as I have, so I'm going to have to let go a little bit. And like from far away, it looks fine. I'm going to do a couple of blocks to see what I think before I make the final judgment call. And another one that I want to start pretty soon is also Supersize, which I'm planning on doing 10, but that's a Leonid Afremov piece. So I think the artwork kind of lends itself more to the not quite filled in look if it does show, but we'll see. Who knows? At the moment, I'm attempting on 10, and I only did 21 stitches. I did 45, but because it was 10, it's 21. Next up, I've got, I think it's Sakura Fuji. Again, I'm doing this with Jay from Jay's X Stitch and Manda from Pennington Terrace. They are both putting me to shame with how much progress they've made. I didn't do a lot. I injured my back last week, don't know how, so trying to stitch anything, let alone 32 count, which I think this is, it's small, was quite difficult. So this may even be upside down, but I made a small start in the middle. The colours are gorgeous. I really want to get it worked on because I'm super excited for when we can sort of put them all together. Looking forward to that. And then the last new start, again, is a bit of haul. Thanks to Kelly from Animal Instinct, I think. I'll correct it if I'm wrong. I broke down. So I finally ordered Storytime from Gecko Rouge. I've held off for a really long time, guys, but I'm really glad I got it now, though. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see. The colours are quite light in the top. I have done 223 stitches. I really didn't want to put it down, but you know, I had to do Haystack Sunset, and I haven't been able to pick it up again because it is so small and I can't get close enough with my back. But I am loving it. So I'm stitching it a little differently to normal. I'm, normally colour at a time. I am being a little more adventurous recently because I don't want to spend the time gridding, and I really don't want to make a mistake with counting at the moment, obviously because it's a kit as well. I'm just following the length of the thread, and I'll probably continue to do that. But I really want to work on this again. It will probably be a bit of a focus in November. I don't know how many of you know about NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month. Ordinarily, I would be participating, but last year was my 10th anniversary, and I decided that would be a good stopping point. Life's been getting busier. It's been getting more and more difficult to get 50,000 words written in a month. So I thought 10 years is a good stopping point. So I'm actually pretty impressed. I didn't even remember it was happening until last night when I saw a friend post about it. But I want to do a bit of a nod to it because it's weird not participating. So I think Storytime's going to play a big part in that. But we'll see. Again, dance concert next couple of weekends are not my own. I've got a lot to prepare for next year, and we'll see what happens when I update you again in a month. Moving on to haul. Unfortunately, because it is the 1st of November, I do not yet have my Silk of the Month. It's just too early, that's fine. I will show you next month. From Fortnight Fabrics, though, I did get quite the delightful haul. I received both August and September. So This is the August colours, and they're really not showing. I wish they would. This is a little darker than what it's showing. I need to pull them out. I'm too scared to work on them because they're so gorgeous, but it's also kind of a waste. So I'm now getting both the neutral and the colourful because I saw both of them 1 month and just couldn't even. So yeah, that's August, and I do believe next month or next year, Derek and Christian are also doing what's the word? Opalescent, potentially. I think there'll be a third fabric of the month, and hopefully I'll be able to join that as well. Anyway, in September, I also got the September colours. I love the modelling. I need to go through my projects and see what I can put on them because they are just so gorgeous. I could just hang them up and they would be fine. Moving on because this video is quite long already. And then I also got the fall winter collection. So they are just beautiful. I love this green. It's really not showing true to colour. It's looking a lot more grey than it actually is. But hopefully you would have seen them all on Derek and Christian's channel, Married with Stitches, because they show it a lot better than I do. And this one is a gorgeous, like almost a purpley grey. Love. So really, really pretty fabric haul. Moving on. From Jay's X Stitch, I also got a bit of fabric. I got the fabric I needed for Fuji. I got the fabric I needed for Reader's Paradise. I got some 28 count for Teen Books, and I also, I'm running out of room, replaced the piece I needed for Coffee Drinker's Confession. I believe this is iced chocolate. I did have a piece I ordered a little while ago, but I really didn't like the fabric I was using for Rosetta, so I stole that for Rosetta, so I had to replace it. So that is from Jay's X Stitch. I finally got my order from Tammy at Colour Cascades. I should have written down, I can't remember what the colour name is. I will put it below, but gorgeous light purple, opalescent, and I don't know how well I'm going to be able to show you. This is a project I had already finished for Annette Erickson. I will put the image here. I loved it so much that I wanted to do it again, and thanks to Cupcake Stitcher Melissa, I decided to try and beat it. So I'm 100% going to be using this one. That's Mill Hill 03045. I'm not entirely sure if I do a few accents in that or not. I'll have to see how I go about it. But I do need to find beading floss or the appropriate DMC to use to get that started. And I do want it started pretty soon because Melissa just finished her piece that was beaded and it is stunning. Mine's not going to look that good because I don't have like the metallic shimmery gorgeousness and I'm not as skilled as her, but oh my goodness, go check out that video because it is amazing. We are getting to the end, guys. Thank you for staying with me. From Creative Curator, I lost my scissor fob, zipper pull scissor fob that was on the retreat bags from the Mittagong Stitches retreat last year. it's caught on something and I don't know where it is. So I contacted her to see if she had any leftovers so I could get a replacement, and she super kindly made me one and wouldn't let me pay for it. So I again have the 2019 Mittagong Stitches Retreat zipper pull, and I'm so happy to have it again. I'm a bit hesitant to put it back on the bag because I don't want to lose it again. So I'll have to find somewhere to pop that. And I'm super excited that we can at least do it virtually this year, because we can't unfortunately be together with, you know, the current situation. Moving on, I did go into my LNS and get, I think it was even last month, I showed the florist, mentioned that one of the flosses was just gone. It was more difficult than I thought to match it. They weren't as, I should have known, like DMC don't keep all their colours together, but I did my best. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. Like, it's really similar to this colour. I think it'll be okay. I am going to keep an eye out to see if I can find the kit, but if I'm not able to, I now have a colour that's close enough. It is what it is. One more thing, kind of bought, kind of not, like it's bought, but it's DMC floss. I normally work from a master set, have done since forever. That's mostly why I stitch one colour at a time. Next year, I'm going to put a lot more focus on fairy bubbles. Spoiler alert for my planner video. So I thought it would be better to kit it up, so just for ease and making it as painless as possible. Did not realise how expensive it is to kit up, so it won't be ready for next year. But I have started. These colours are just gorgeous. So I've got, you know, the first however many that is on my Annies, and I'm also keeping the spares together, so they're ready to go rather than having them in the skein. I have been learning how to twist, and I'm pretty consistent, so I'm happy at the moment. And I think you're not going to get, what can I put behind it? Let's see if this, oh, excuse me, does that help? No. I've just got DMC and the colour number, and it's a little twist. When I need it, I unroll it and it's ready for this. Again, if you've been with me for a while, you might remember that I used to pre-cut my DMC. Unfortunately, with the Annies, I haven't been able to keep it neat that way, so they are sort of looped. It works. It's a little bit more effort to get, you know, strands off, but I'd rather it be neat than be super user-friendly. Priorities. So yeah, I am super happy with how pretty it is. I don't know how many of these rings it's going to take. Pretty sure there's 240 colours. I don't know how many are here. 4, 25. That's a lot. I'm going to have to think about where I'm going to store it when I eventually do have them all. But yeah, I just wanted to share because I'm like, how pretty is that? I could definitely be better with my twisting, but that's pretty. I am also, through organisationally, slowly getting everything onto the Annies, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully eventually I'll be able to show you how I organise, but money's a thing, so it's a slow process. And I think No, that's not it. Sorry guys, we're close. Just also want to share some new to me floss tubers over the past month. Uh, Two, I believe, are actually new within the last month, but the last one is not. There's Stephanie from Katie's Crafts. Love. Like, there's 2 videos up, I think, when I last checked, and I'm super excited for the next one. Hopefully, it's coming out soon. There's Hannah from Hannah Dowling. Pretty sure Hannah's got 4 videos out. And there's also Julie Nicely. They are all brilliant. I will link them all below. Thank you for spending your time with me. I will have a bit of a bonus video in 2 weeks where I will go through my 2021 goals and plans. So you will see me a little sooner than normal, but I will not be sharing any progress then. Until then, I think I've said everything. I think I've made sense. I am a little out of it with the pain, but I'll survive. I'm going to leave it at that. Bye, guys. See you next time.